Kendall Jenner is no stranger to headlines, but her latest campaign with Italian brand Calzedonia might be one of her boldest career moves yet. In a series of provocative new images, Kendall posed in lace tights, lingerie, and even topless, igniting debates across social media and fashion circles. Some called it iconic, others called it excessive, but no one ignored it. And that's exactly the point. This isn't just about lace tights, it's about image, branding, and how the fashion industry uses shock to stay relevant. Today, we're unpacking the story behind Kendall's daring shoot, the strategy driving it, and the ripple effects it has created, not just for her, but for her famous family and the industry at large. Section 1. Kendall Jenner and Calzedonia, a perfect match or calculated risk. Calzedonia may not be a household name in the US, but in Europe, it's a fashion powerhouse. Founded in Verona in 1986 by Sandro Veronese, the label carved its niche in swimwear, hosiery, and lingerie. Their formula? Mixing Italian chic with accessibility. Unlike luxury houses that price out most customers, Calzedonia's offerings stay affordable, putting style in the hands of everyday buyers. Over the years, they've tapped major names to front their campaigns. Supermodel Alessandra Ambrosio, body positivity icon Ashley Graham, and even actress Leighton Meester. But Kendall Jenner, she takes it to another level. Kendall's modeling resume is stacked. Vogue covers, runway stints for Prada and Chanel, beauty deals with L'Oreal. She's one of the highest paid models in the world. But working with Calzedonia is different. It isn't about couture gowns or perfume campaigns. It's about lingerie and hosiery, the type of clothing where sensuality is unavoidable. And that's why this collaboration feels less like a paycheck and more like a statement. Section 2. The campaign that stopped feeds. The photos dropped on a Thursday, and within hours, Kendall was trending worldwide. The images were bold, even by her standards. In one, she posed topless, wearing nothing but sheer lace tights. She tugged at the waistband, eyes locked on the camera, as if daring viewers to look away. In another, she slipped into a lacy black bra and pantyhose, her long legs stretched across a minimalist backdrop. And then there was the sleek, understated look, sheer black tights paired with an off-the-shoulder bodysuit and slingback heels, striking a balance between high fashion and raw sensuality. Calzedonia's captions leaned into the moment. Lace is back and bolder than ever. Another post declared Kendall's lace tights, the ultimate chic upgrade. They weren't hiding the shock factor. They were embracing it. The timing was perfect too, fall season, when tights are suddenly relevant again. But these weren't just about keeping warm. They were about making lace the must-have power fabric of the season. Section 3. Why lace? Why now? At first glance, tights might not seem like the kind of item that could make headlines. But fashion is cyclical, and lace has been having a renaissance. Designers from Dior to Valentino have been reinventing lace on runways, styling it in ways that are both classic and subversive. For Kendall, lace is the perfect fabric. It's romantic, feminine, and timeless, but also daring and modern. Calzedonia capitalized on that duality. Lace tights weren't just another accessory in this campaign. They became the star. And by putting Kendall, one of the most recognizable faces in fashion, in nothing but lace tights, the brand elevated hosiery into a statement piece. What used to be an undergarment was suddenly front and center. Section 4. The Kardashian-Jenner factor. Of course, Kendall doesn't exist in a vacuum. She's part of a family that has turned personal branding into a global empire. Every Jenner-Kardashian project ties back into the family's collective identity, powerful, polarizing, and profitable. Kim Kardashian has Skims, now valued in the billions. Her shapewear has redefined the category, blending practicality with sensuality. Kylie Jenner built Kylie Cosmetics from lip kits into a mega brand, turning herself into the youngest self-made billionaire. Khloe Kardashian runs Good American, a denim line focused on body inclusivity, and just launched Cloud Popcorn, proving the family's business ventures have no limits. Kourtney Kardashian owns Poosh and Lemmy, lifestyle and wellness ventures that capitalize on her clean living image. Rob Kardashian may stay out of the spotlight, but his Arthur George sock brand remains a quiet staple. And then there's Kendall. Unlike her sisters, she didn't go into makeup or shapewear. She leaned into modeling, then modeled 818 Tequila in 2021. But her modeling career is still her core identity. By partnering with Calzedonia, She's reminding people that she's not just a Kardashian by association. She's a supermodel in her own right. Section 5. The shock factor and public reaction. The internet did what it always does, reacted in extremes. Fans flooded Kendall's posts with fire emojis and praise. Iconic. Only Kendall could pull this off. Lace never looked better. Others criticized the topless imagery, arguing that the line between fashion and nudity was being erased. Is this about tights or just about showing skin? One commenter asked. On fashion blogs, opinions were split. Some praised the campaign as empowering, putting lingerie in the spotlight without shame. Others accused Calzedonia of relying too heavily on provocation rather than design. The debate spilled onto X, formerly Twitter, where hashtags like Kendall Jenner and Calzedonia trended for hours. The controversy only fueled the campaign's visibility. Whether people loved or hated the shoot, they were talking about it. And in marketing, conversation is currency. Section 6. Rumors and speculation. Whenever Kendall makes a bold move, the rumor mill spins. Reports surface suggesting Kendall may be looking to branch into lingerie and hosiery more directly, possibly even collaborating on her own collection in the future. Others speculated that this shoot was part of Calzedonia's strategy to dominate the U.S. market, using Kendall as their bridge. Some fans even suggested Kendall might be carving a separate business lane from her sisters, moving into fashion products like tights and lingerie instead of cosmetics or shapewear. Nothing is confirmed, but the whispers alone added interest. And that's what Kendall excels. She doesn't have to say anything. She lets the speculation build her narrative. Section 7. The strategy behind the shoot. Calzedonia's playbook is clear. Take a relatively simple product, lace tights, and transform it into a fashion must-have by pairing it with a superstar. They priced the romantic floral lace tights at $40, making them aspirational yet attainable, and by labeling them part of Kendall's picks on their website, they created a sense of exclusivity. For Kendall, the campaign reinforced her relevance in a crowded modeling landscape. With influencers constantly landing deals, supermodels need to prove they can still own the spotlight. Kendall did exactly that, and for Calzedonia, the topless image alone guaranteed headlines worldwide. It's the kind of exposure brands can't buy with billboards. Section 8. Fashion history meets pop culture. This campaign also taps into a long history of fashion using lingerie to shock and seduce. Think Madonna in her cone bra for Jean-Paul Gaultier in the 1990s, or Kate Moss's Calvin Klein underwear campaigns. Fashion has always used provocation as a tool. What's different now is the speed of the internet. A single topless photo can go viral in minutes, sparking global debates that last for weeks. Kendall's shoot doesn't just live in a magazine spread. It lives on millions of feeds, in TikTok edits, in Reddit threads, and in reaction videos on YouTube. That's why the Calzedonia campaign isn't just a fashion moment. It's a cultural one. Section 9. What this means for Kendall's future. Kendall has often been called the quiet Kardashian Jenner. She avoids the constant scandals that her siblings attract, keeping her private life relatively low profile. But this campaign shows she knows how to pull focus when she wants to. Modeling is a brutal industry. New faces arrive every year and relevance fades fast. But by taking risks like this, Kendall keeps herself at the top of the conversation. She isn't just the girl on the runway anymore. She's the face of campaigns that spark headlines and controversy. Section 10. Bigger picture. Fashion, empowerment, and shock. At the heart of this campaign is a bigger question. When does fashion cross the line between empowerment and exploitation? Is Kendall reclaiming sensuality on her terms, or is the brand simply using her body to sell tights? The answer probably lies somewhere in between. But one thing is clear. Calzedonia succeeded. They made lace tights the conversation. They turned a $40 accessory into a headline-grabbing cultural moment. And they reminded the world that, in fashion, sometimes less is more. Literally. Conclusion. Kendall Jenner's Calzedonia campaign is provocative, polarizing, and unforgettable. For fans, it's another iconic moment in her modeling career. For critics, it's proof that fashion still leans on shock value. And for Calzedonia, it's marketing genius. Whether you see it as art, empowerment, or just smart business, one thing's for sure. Kendall's topless lace tights look won't be forgotten anytime soon. So here's the question. Do you think this campaign was bold empowerment? Or just shock for sales?